Welcome to the Spring 2023 Mortarboard National Virtual Initiation Ceremony. My name is Kirsten Fox, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as Mortarboard's Executive Director. Our Mortarboard National College Senior Honor Society headquarters are located in Columbus, Ohio, and I am also pleased to be joined tonight by the rest of our national office staff, some of you whom you will hear from later this evening, and others you may see on screen or via chat. And I'm sure many of you have already exchanged emails with our fantastic staff. So really quickly, I'm just going to ask Francie Kaufman to wave to everyone, and Ben Phlox to wave, Kara Lisenby, and Trish Maxwell. So we make up the national office team, and we are just really proud to be here to celebrate all of you. And I'm really grateful to the rest of the team for all they do for Mortarboard and our chapters. So tonight is only our third virtual initiation ever. When the first Mortarboard initiation took place 105 years ago, I am sure that no one could have even fathomed 9 chapters coming together for one single initiation. And to be honest, a virtual initiation was never even a consideration a few years ago. And here we are doing our second one this semester and our third of the academic year. What a great way to support our chapters who want to initiate new members while participating in a larger initiation ceremony with chapters from across the country. This evening, we have more than 50 new collegiate members who will officially be considered Mortarboard members within the hour. Initiates, today you join the ranks of more than 100 years of students across hundreds of chapters selected for exemplary scholarship, leadership, and service. I know that you are already busy leaders on campus, but I hope you take my word for it when I say this is a really special society, unlike none other because of our traditions, our calls to action, and our extraordinarily talented and diverse membership. And after today, it is your turn to set the course for your chapter. It is your turn to shine and create history. It's been about 25 years since I was a member, but I look forward, since I became a member, but I look forward to seeing what you accomplish, and I look forward to serving you in my role as executive director to help you along the process. Tonight, we are also joined by many alumni and national leaders who will participate as speakers. And thank you to the many others who are here to support and celebrate our new collegiate members, including current members, chapter advisors, family and friends, and our new initiates. I know it's a Sunday, it's beautiful here in the Midwest. I'm not sure what the weather's like where you are, but I appreciate you taking time out of your weekend to celebrate our impressive new members who are joining our society today. We have a robust agenda for the hour, but we want this to be the most meaningful experience possible for each of you. As you are able, we invite you to turn your camera on. If you could rename yourself, if you haven't already, those 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, please let us know your name. You could also then write your chapter and or the role. So for example, the proud parent of an Oregon State initiative. And please engage with others. I love seeing the chat already happening. Continue to use the chat function, but also celebrate with emojis. I love to see thumbs up, hearts, claps, all 3 different emojis on the Zoom. And finally, be prepared. We will at some point tonight mark tonight's momentous occasion with a group picture. So please be sure you are camera ready soon. At this time, our Mortarboard National President and 2006 initiate of Hood College, Katie Chick, will serve as tonight's host. But before she officially welcomes everyone, I would like to start the initiation ceremony by playing a song that the Mortarboard singers recorded in 2020 in preparation for our first virtual national conference as a result of COVID-19. So please enjoy the Mortarboard Ode.
To represent the noble Welcome. Thank you to the Mortarboard Singers, some of whom are on tonight's call and who gifted us with that several years ago. As Kirsten mentioned, my name is Katie Chick, and it has been my honor to serve as the national president of Mortarboard and to be here today to initiate many of you to our esteemed society. As she mentioned, this is our second national virtual initiation ceremony this semester, and we are thrilled to welcome over 50 people to membership. We'll be welcoming new members from 9 different chapters: Denison University, Lawrence University, Northern Illinois University, Oklahoma Baptist University, Oregon State University, Southern Nazarene University, the University of Northern Colorado, the University of Southern California, and Washburn University. We are also joined by students from other chapters who were not able to attend their on-campus initiations. And we're so glad that each of you has joined us this evening for this special moment. Recently, my Facebook account shared memories of my own chapter passing the torch and initiating the next chapter at Hood College, my alma mater. In that moment, I never could have imagined the honor I'd have to serve as national president, to preside over 3 virtual initiation ceremonies, and to initiate hundreds of students from dozens of chapters nationwide. And it's such an honor to be doing this with each of you here this evening. Now on to the agenda. First, you'll hear about Mortarboard, who we are and what our purpose is as a national organization. Then we will begin the formal initiation ceremony, inviting new initiates to come off of mute as we formally ask you to take up the torch of leadership. From there, we'll learn more about Mortarboard's history, both nationally and on the campuses that are represented here tonight. Before finalizing the initiation, we will read Mortarboard's official poem, The Torch, and then we get to the best part of the ceremony, officially welcoming our new collegiate members into membership. Also, as Kirsten mentioned, what group Zoom call would be complete without a picture. So we would like for you to be camera ready by the time our call ends this evening to mark this occasion. And now, without further ado, I'll start by sharing some information about the organization that unites us here tonight, Mortarboard. Mortarboard is a national honor society of college seniors, recognizing our members for their qualities of superior scholastic ability, outstanding and continual leadership, and dedicated service to the college or university community. The Mortarboard is a symbol of ancient honor and distinction. In the earliest universities, students adopted the clerical or monastic robes as a sign that they were devoting their lives to the profession of learning. We too wear a distinguishing sign, the Mortarboard. In ancient days, students from many lands who spoke diverse tongues were able to meet on a common ground by using the classic language of learning. So too, we, students in many universities and colleges, are bound by the 3 Greek letters, Pi, Sigma, Alpha, representing the ideals of Mortarboard: scholarship, service, and leadership. The gold of our colors stands for achievement, and the silver for opportunity. The purpose of Mortarboard is set forth in Article 2 of our national bylaws, which will be read by our National Secretary, Amy Abernathy, from the Orb and Scepter chapter at Queens College of Charlotte.
Hi, I do apologize. My puppy took this exact moment to decide to wake up, so he may join us. We, the undersigned, recognizing the advantage of a national union of senior honor societies, do hereby unite to form a national society whose purpose shall be to facilitate cooperation among those societies, to contribute to the self-awareness of its members, to promote equal opportunities among all peoples, to emphasize the advancement of the status of women, to support the ideals of the college or university, to advance a spirit of scholarship, to recognize and encourage leadership, to provide service, and to establish the opportunity for a meaningful exchange of ideas as individuals and as a group.
Thank you, Amy. No matter how many times I hear our purpose, I continue to be inspired by what Mortar Board members have done on our campuses across the country for over 105 years. Now, I'd like to speak to our new initiates. Will the new initiates please turn your camera on, come off mute, and raise your hand as you are able? Will you strive to earnestly maintain these ideals and purposes? If so, please respond, I will.
I
I
will.
will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
While it is an honor to be selected for membership in Mortar Board, it is the willingness of the selected individual to make the commitment to serve that differentiates an honor society from an honorary. When one accepts membership, this acceptance indicates your agreement to accept the responsibility and obligation to be an active participant in the chapter. This commitment is an agreement to actively support the ideals of the society. With this honor, will you also accept the responsibility of active participation? If so, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may go back on mute. It's lovely hearing so many voices and seeing your faces on camera. Thank you for doing that. At this time, I'd love to invite two members of our national leadership to read the national history of Mortar Board. Dr. Patience Whitworth, our Vice President from the Mabel G. Freeman chapter at The Ohio State University, and Trish Maxwell, our Director of Chapter Development and Collegiate Operations.
Thank you, Katie. At the University of Chicago in 1915, a wearer of a gold pin in the shape of a mortarboard met another wearer of a pin, not like her own, but also in the shape of a mortarboard. Each one represented a group of senior college women striving to render service to their alma mater. The two talked together. If such an ideal existed on two American campuses, it probably existed on many other campuses across the country. Why were these groups with like ideals not united? One of the campuses worked for 2 years to generate interest from similar groups and the idea of a national organization of senior societies for women, with the result that in 1918, the delegates from 5 organizations met together representing The Ohio State University, Swarthmore College, the University of Michigan, Syracuse University, and Cornell University. On February 15th and 16th, they founded the first and only National Honor Society for Women and established a badge, motto, ritual, and constitution. The name for the new society was referred to the local groups, and Mortar Board was chosen in preference to a Greek letter name. Thus, the new honor organization began its life on American campuses. The society has grown steadily since then. Now there are 234 chartered chapters in the nation. The last chapter was just initiated at the College of Charleston in March of 2023.
In 1975, a historic event occurred when membership in our formerly all-women's organization was extended to include men. This occurred at a special national conference that was convened in Kansas City, Missouri, to consider the ramifications of the regulations to Title IX, which prohibited sex discrimination by organizations on campuses that are recipients of federal funds. The purpose of the society was strengthened to include emphasis upon the advancement of the status of women. Delegates to the 23rd National Conference of Mortar Board in June 1976 added to the purpose to promote equal opportunities among all peoples. At the 1985 conference, Mortar Board delegates passed a resolution to initiate a national project to be chosen by vote of the delegates at the conference. The delegates selected organ donor awareness as the first national project. In 2002, Reading is Leading was selected as the permanent project. Mortar Board celebrated our centennial in 2018 in Columbus, Ohio, with many former national leaders in attendance. In 2020, amidst a global pandemic, Mortar Board launched our current strategic plan with a focus on collegiate chapters, enhancing member benefits to meet our member needs, and increasing our commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging across chapters and our national organization. Since 1918, more than 300,000 members have been initiated into Mortar Board, and we're thrilled that everyone here today can now create the history and new traditions that will keep our society great in the future.
Thank you, Patience and Trish. These are two people you'll have the great opportunity to work with over the next year. They are both superstars who support our section coordinators, your main link to the organization. And now I would like to invite several of these section coordinators and past alumni to share a little bit of the local history for our chapters participating in this year's virtual initiation. Our chapter histories will be shared by National Foundation trustee Catherine K. McKenzie from the Zeta Chi chapter at Oklahoma Baptist University, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee Chair Candace Hironaka Pitts from the Cap and Gown chapter at Oregon State University, Section Coordinator for Region 3, Kaylee Weicker from the ORA chapter at Ohio Northern University, and Section Coordinator for Region 5, Jackie Huff from the Honorite chapter at the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Thanks, Katie. 1922, Lawrence University, Iota Chapter, Region 4. An honorary society to unite the women of Lawrence College was established in 1914. The chapter focused heavily on service, building its membership requirements around activity being engaged in campus activities. The duties of active members were to encourage younger members to give something of themselves to aid in the betterment of fellow students. Honorary memberships were offered to faculty members with the same ideals, and these faculty members advised and helped the chapter. The chapter became an official Mortar Board chapter on October 8, 1922, featuring a formal dinner, installation, and tea with alumni. Since its establishment at Lawrence, the Iota chapter has won multiple awards and continues to promote excellence amongst the senior class. 1929, University of Southern California, Torch and Tassel chapter, Region 6. In fall 1913, a group of senior women sought to create a women's honorary organization. They met and drew up a constitution and chose the name Torch and Tassel. The torch signified wisdom and knowledge, and the tassel signified dignity and achievement, and the combination of the two signified power. The group was formally recognized on campus in a ceremony in which all new initiates wore violet and carried white flowers. 15 years later, Torch and Tassel became an official chapter of Mortar Board. The chapter was active on campus, expanding access through a service fund to aid members not eligible for student loans and awarding a freshman scholarship cup to the highest average that year.
Candy, I don't think you have come off of mute.
Okay, yes, I'll
There
take
we
it from here. Okay, I'm Candy Hironaka Pitts, and I'm very happy to share the histories of Oregon State University and Denison University. 1933, Oregon State University, Cap and Gown Chapter, Region 6. Cap and Gown was organized in 1926 after 9 outstanding junior women were chosen as charter members of the Women's Honor Convocation. The group gathered for a formal luncheon at a local hotel. Mortar Board National President Catherine Wills Coleman installed the chapter in November of 1933, initiating 6 active members and 3 honorary members. The chapter won 8 Chapter of Excellence awards, as well as a Pi Sigma Alpha Award in 1995 for Dean's a la Mode, an event that honors the top juniors in a banquet with the dean of their colleges. This original and novel event is now being hosted by numerous chapters across the country. I myself was initiated as a member of the Cap and Gown chapter, and I am a former section coordinator and chapter advisor to the Kansas State chapter, as well as the current chair of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee. 1936, Denison University, Cap and Gown chapter. That seems to be a popular choice, Region 3. In 1921, 8 senior women met to form plans for a senior honorary society. The chapter adopted the name Cap and Gown in 1927 and began the plans to formally join Mortar Board, installing the chapter on March 28, 1936. The chapter was known for large campus programs such as the Senior Women's All-Night Party, a last lecture series, and a scholarship dinner honoring underclassmen. The chapter has been involved in the community for decades, feeding Granville School children, holding career preparation seminars, and sponsoring blood drives.
Thank you, Candy. I'm Catherine McKenzie. 1968, Oklahoma Baptist University Zeta Chi chapter of Region 5 was founded in 1955 and approved by the faculty in 1958 as a scholarship and leadership fraternity for senior women. It was founded by 13 women with hopes to affiliate with Mortarboard. The chapter was officially chartered in 1968. The name Zeta Chi is composed of Greek letters which stand for the word Zathios Crusoe, meaning sacred quest. Zeta Chi worked with other national societies on campus to promote the scholarship and broaden the cultural and intellectual environment on campus. It was known for a series of lectures provided for first-year students on study habits and campus life, and featured many panels on work-life balance. The chapter's flower sales at graduation and their homecoming breakfast for alumni have become traditional over the years. I was initiated as a member of the Zeta Chi chapter the year that it was installed in 1968, and I'm honored to have been a former National Council president and a current member of the Mortarboard Foundation Board of Trustees. Welcome to Zeta Chi and Mortarboard. 1971, Northern Illinois University, Pleiades chapter, Region 4. The Senior Women's Honor Society was founded on June 2nd, 1938. Pleiades, the constellation of 7 stars, was the name chosen by the 7 original members. The 7 stars represented the group's ideals: character, service, endurance, scholarship, sympathy, understanding, and leadership. The Pleiades chapter was officially installed as a Mortarboard chapter on November 21st, 1971, with 28 active members and 72 alumni. 2 of Mortarboard's national presidents have come from this chapter, Dr. Dan Turner and the current advisor, Dr. Denise Rohde, who also served as the advisor for the founding group. Welcome to the Northern Illinois chapter.
In 1972, the University of Northern Colorado Gold Key chapter of Region 6. In 1956, a faculty-student committee met to discuss the possibility of forming a senior women's honorary. After many meetings, scholarship, leadership, and service requirements were set. The first members were tapped in a late evening tapping event, and the 5 members held their first meeting. As the membership grew, interest pointed to cultural, societal, and educational experiences. The chapter was officially installed in 1972. The chapter earned both the Gold Torch Award and Project Excellence Award for its activity on campus. 1980, Southern Nazarene University Chi Sigma Chapter, Region 5. In May 1964, 9 charter members at the then Bethany Nazarene University created a Senior Women's Honor Society. The name originally chosen was Athenas, after the Greek goddess of wisdom, and the motto was wisdom, culture, service. Early service projects focused around literacy, including gathering books for a library in India. In 1977, the group name was changed to Chi Sigma, signifying chosen to serve, and the chapter was formally installed on March 25th of 1980. 2006, Washburn University, Ichabod Chapter, Region 5. The Nonoso Society was founded in 1917 with the purpose of honoring and recognizing college women who represented the best Washburn ideals on the basis of service to the college, leadership, and service. The group merged with the Sagamore Club, the all men's honorary, and changed its name to become the Ichabod Club. Newly created and with the intention of petitioning for mortarboard, the chapter was formally installed in 2006. We also have students joining us tonight from Chapman University and Purdue University who were unable to attend their campus initiations.
Wow, thank you so much, Kaylee, Candy, Kay, and Jackie. As I was listening to the local histories, I realized we have chapters that were installed from 1922 to 2006. So for 84 years, chapters represented here tonight have petitioned to become part of mortarboard, many of which had very strong traditions on your campuses to begin with. And so it's just an honor to celebrate together each of the members who are joining these chapters and will add to the local and national history, but to also think of all those who've come before us to pave the way and to ensure this moment is possible, given the importance of coming together locally and serving nationally as an honor society. To our new initiates, you've heard this history of today's mortarboard and the way it developed when two women who shared a common set of ideals came together to form a unique senior honor society in the United States. You heard about the roots of your chapters on your local campuses. These local organizations who wanted to connect with the National Honor Society, seeing the value of being part of that broader community of scholar leaders. You've learned of mortarboard's ideals and purpose. Tonight, you will add the next chapter in the history of mortarboard. You've been chosen as leaders to foster all that is noble in your college or university, and you will not work alone. You'll be bound in the loyalty of common ideals to other students and other institutions of learning who will strive with you to maintain and advance the ideals of mortarboard. The alumni from your institution paved the way forward, and we hope you will answer the call to pave the way for the next generation. Your chapter presidents or advisors will receive a packet from the national office with your certificates and pins. But if you do have your pin with you, you may pin it on your shirt now. If you don't have your pin with you tonight, we ask that when you get your pin, post a picture of yourself wearing it and tag mortarboard on social media. We charge you to give in leadership and service of the best that is within you. We charge you to promote diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging on your campuses, doing what you can to promote equal opportunities for all people and continuing to advance the status of women. Now, initiates, please turn on your camera, come off of mute, and raise your hand as you are able. Mortarboard initiates, having heard the purposes of mortarboard and the responsibilities you are expected to assume, will you receive the certificate which makes you a member of mortarboard, accepting from us both the honor and burden of its privileges? And if so, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
Congratulations. You as new members will recognize the opportunity of sharing interests among yourselves as a group of intelligent and concerned individuals, and we welcome you officially to membership. Now, as evidence of the trust we place in you, we ask you each to affirm our bylaws by placing your signature or your name on our virtual membership roll, receiving your symbol of membership and accepting the certificate of membership. So feel free to put your name in the chat and add what chapter or institution you are calling in from this evening. As you continue that, I'll invite President-elect Dr. Cassandra Lucas from the Barbara Cook chapter at Purdue to recite The Torch, a poem of great importance to mortarboard members for nearly a century. This poem was introduced in 1925 by Elizabeth Fury of our Torchbearer chapter at Florida State University.
Thank you, Katie. The torch. The God of great endeavor gave me a torch to bear. I lifted it high above me in the dark and murky air. And straightway, with loud hosannas, the crowd proclaimed its light and followed me as I carried my torch through the starless night. Till drunk with the people's praises and mad with vanity, I forgot 'twas a torch they followed and fancied they followed me. Then slowly my arm grew weary, upholding the shining load, and my tired feet went stumbling over the dusty road. And I fell with the torch beneath me. In a moment, the light was out, But lo, from the throng, a stripling sprang forth with a mighty shout, caught up the torch as it smoldered, and lifted it high and tall, till fanned by the winds of heaven, it fired the souls of all. And as I lay in the darkness, the feet of the trampling crowd passed over and far beyond me, its paeans proclaiming aloud. And I learned in the deepening twilight the glorious verity, 'tis a torch that the people follow, whoever the bearer may be.
Thank you, Cass. Now, to all present tonight, I'm pleased to introduce these newly initiated members of Mortar Board. Congratulations. I invite our advisors, alumni, family, or friends to share who you are in the chat, offer thoughts of congratulations, or share an emoji response to signify your excitement for tonight's event. And as promised, it's time for a picture. So I'd ask everyone to come onto their video, and give us a nice smile for Ben Flocks, our Manager of Membership and Operations, to take our picture for posterity and to mark this special occasion. Thanks, Ben, and thanks everyone for participating tonight, for posing for that picture. I hope that this evening gives you a sense of who we are as a national organization, that you are part of a group of collegiate members all across the country and alumni who have come before you in scholarship, leadership, and service, and who are cheering for you and excited to see the chapters that you write in Mortar Board's history. Thank you to the advisors, to the friends, family. I see some of you on video tonight of the new initiates who joined us this evening. Our national organization thanks you for the guidance and support of our newest members, and we know that their success and selection to Mortar Board are the result of, in no small part, your presence in their lives. This officially concludes tonight's ceremony. So congratulations on being part of our second National Virtual Initiation ceremony this spring. You're trailblazers on your campus and in Mortar Board. And we hope to see you at an upcoming event, maybe even our virtual national conference, which is July 14th through 16th. Remember, Mortar Board is for life, and we hope you'll find many opportunities to forge your Mortar Board family, both on your campus and amidst our impressive alumni base. You have shown unprecedented resilience during your college career and still emerged as someone top of your class and worthy of this great honor. I'm so honored to be in your midst and to serve as your national president. Congratulations and enjoy the rest of your evening.